coming up next.
Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their... The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And you look at this Saints defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Williams to return. Shedding through the defense. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Here's Carr to throw. Into the hands of Perry, complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They're down 3rd and a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Now Carr looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Perry. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Play action. Now it's Carr. Quick throw there is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass charges.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now back to throw. Here's White. They set up the screen. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Buccaneers at 8-6 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he comes back with one complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Hey, Crash. Let's go.
They'll go up the middle with White. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. This defense for the Saints, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I have to say a very solid performance.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 43 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
He completes it right side away. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Let's do this, man.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Pick it now, 3rd and goal. And this is caught for the it's a touchdown. The multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
It's Madden.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 17 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. You look at this defense from Tampa Bay. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks.
On the Buccaneer pressure, too much. Down he goes. Kalijah Kancey racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here comes the Saints punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now a give up the middle. This is White, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for White a week ago, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers are on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Shotgun now for Carr. And a catch made by Walters. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25. On the counter, here's Kamara. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Into the red zone, it's Carr. Working the middle here, that's complete to Moreau, the tight end. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, here's Carr. This is caught. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Williams. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, second and goal. Kamara. He's in. Touchdown, New Orleans. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. For this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They go play action here on first down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run straight ahead here with White, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulting.
He'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, 79 yards. And the Buccaneers are once again back in front. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Well, a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Walters with a grab over the middle. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Powers through it, and he's got some space here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his feet as far as he's concerned.
When he's saying I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, y'all know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Carr completes it. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. To throw is Carr. There's Chris Olave. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So Carr departs, and on his Blake Groupie for the Saints field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And able to get this out to the 25. Get a look at receiver Chris Godwin as this offense returns for their next drive. He's delivered a solid performance so far here in the second quarter.
Everything has been good for him. And right now, if you're on defense, you don't want it to go to great. So you have to just change up coverages and looks on him all the time. Press coverage sometimes, back off and play some man, show some zone, double team him, make him really work for each and every catch.
He's hit the end zone once. Maybe there's more in the tank. Demario Davis there on the stop. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Doolin, the man in motion. On third down, he'll drop to throw. It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Let's go. 79 Broncos.
Back to throw now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now this throw caught left side. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Fourth down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Again, he'll drop to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And his kick is indeed good, and that's going to up the lead to 15-10. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt.
Touchdown! Trey Palmer, as the first half is winding down, and the Bucs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So they got the deal done, and now he can just focus on football. He's got that behind him. Family not going anywhere, staying put. He can focus on football.
And I like how you mentioned the family, because that's a huge part of it, because everyone needs to be happy and comfortable. And, you know, while this process was going on, people had to be wondering, especially within his own crew, are we going to have to move? Are we going to have to change things? Not anymore. They get to stay where they're comfortable and familiar.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So we've hit halftime. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 14 yards there, and a Buccaneer first down. He'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the Bucs offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
There he goes, right side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number 1, it's easy for him to get lost. And number 2, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Saints get a bit closer. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Ryan Brzee fought in and got him down. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Hold it ready.
3rd and 19. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. There's the stiff arm. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New Orleans offense set to take over. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now a give up the middle to Williams. Past the 20. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 5. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. A wet track like this, I don't know if it helps anybody, but it probably helps the offensive player running the ball more than the defense.
And while they're doing that, there's also the matter of focus. Not letting the elements get in the way of still doing everything you're supposed to do. Although you do think to yourself, I've got to hold it a little bit tighter and be more careful with my footing.
He was careful, got a big run out of it. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Williams is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Here's Groupie for the PAT. And the lead will shrink to 6. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was Jamal Williams who ended things with a touchdown run. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out come the Bucs now. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. That's good for 28 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
First down, here's White. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Second and 6. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand. And that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And his kick is good. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. Back now in Tampa, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. McLaughlin now to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now an injury timeout, and oh boy, that's the quarterback, Derek Carr, who's in some distress. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now. Back to throw here. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now back to throw. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
He's got it. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Mustang 19. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. 19 Titans, 19 Titans. Go.
Looking to throw. Touchdown! Cade Otton. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bucs are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
On 1st down, Carr. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defensive side.
And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Trey Palmer, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bucs are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. There we go now as they will again try for 2.
19. Come 19.
They'll set up to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. From the gun, it's Carr. And the catch made by Walters. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Carr shoves him aside. And now running right through it. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not going to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Carr to throw. Catch made. It's Moreau. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Carr now on 1st down. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Carr. Under pressure, they got him again. Now you got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And the pressure gets to him again. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Carr, got to have this one. He finds his man, complete. That's Walters. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching.
Yeah, to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. That one looks like he'll throw here. is caught. It's Chris Godwin. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Walters. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One final try now for Carr. And that will be incomplete as time has